Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel All Sorted, and today's agenda is IIM admission criteria for 2019-2021. Yes, you have heard it right, the CAT 2018 results are unofficially out, and if you have checked your result, you must be knowing your percentiles, and the next step is to know what exactly which IIMs to look for, which IIMs are going to give you a short call. So I'm going to bring you the authentic data. Okay, authentic data available on the IIM website, weightage versus of various parameters, various components of selection process for the year 2019-21. So yes, this data is backed up on the IIM website, so yes, you can trust the source of it. Do you have a chance at IIMs with poor academic profile? So I'll be answering that thing, I'll be covering in this session. Next is, how many IIMs can you expect a call from? So yes, let's break the ice, guys, and let's go ahead and analyze what criteria IIMs have put this year and what your chances are. Let's go. So IIM admission criteria 2019. First of all, as we know, the IIMs follow a two-stage selection process. The first is CAT. CAT is over. The next step will be written ability test and personal interview. There are no group discussions at IIMs. So at most of the IIMs, a shortlist of candidates is prepared at the first stage, taking into account the performance in the written exam, academic background and work experience. So with these three parameters, you'll be measured and a shortlist will be prepared for the initial shortlist for GDPI VAT, for the VAT PI. And what exactly are the weightages of all these three parameters I'm going to cover. So shortlisted applicants are required to appear for the second stage, which is for the VAT PI, wherein they go for a personal interview. So yeah. So as we know, most of the IIMs have shifted to VAT, that's the written ability test. So you're given like 8 to 10 minutes to write on a particular topic. The topic can be anything regarding current affairs or an abstract topic. Depends on which IIM and which process is conducted. What are they looking for? So final list of selected candidates is prepared, taking into account the performance in the written exam, the GWPI process, academic background, work experience, etc. So for the second stage, so that is the final shortlist, these parameters are taken into consideration. So let's look at the real weightages of these parameters. So as you know, I have already told you, most of the Premier B schools give high weightage to performance in CAT and GD, VAT, PI rounds, and relatively lesser weightage to other factors like academic profile and work ex. Yes, this is a myth that if you do not have a good academic background, you cannot make it to the most IIMs. So I'm going to burst that myth in this video. So as you see, at this age, many students are given to understand that getting a call from an IIM is extremely difficult, and converting is also more so. So let's dispel a few myths surrounding the selection process of the IIMs. Okay, so only I can burst the myths by using relevant data, and I'm going to do exactly the same. No bol bachan, only real data. Okay, so I'll also share the details of shortlisting at various stages. Let's go ahead. Now the first parameter, weightage of the CAT exam 2018. Sorry, this should be 2018. So what exactly is the weightage of your CAT exam that you're going to get the scores now? So some students have the misconception that even if they do very well in CAT, they may not get IIM calls. So now to bust this myth, let's take a look at the weightage to CAT in the preparation of interview shortlist. So by various IIMs. So this is the list, guys. Okay, this is the weight of CAT score, and this is the list of IIMs. So I think it is self-explanatory. Now in the 11 IIMs out of the 20, IIM Shillong, Rohtak, Ranchi, Raipur, Udaipur, Kashipur, Trichy, Bodh Gaya, Sambalpur, Amritsar and Sirmaur, the weight of CAT score is 100% for the initial shortlisting. So yes, you have a very high chance of getting a call from these 11 IIMs if you have a very good CAT score, because no work ex, nothing, your academic background, nothing is considered, at the initial shortlisting for VAT and PI. So only you need to be eligible candidate, securing 6.5 or 60%, whatever the minimum criteria is, and no other weightages are given. 100% weightage to CAT score for the initial round. So 11 IIM calls, you're going to get the call if you have a very high CAT percentile despite a poor academic background. Now 60 to 80% weightage to CAT score is given by 3 IIMs: IIM Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Kozhikode. So this is a significant weightage, guys. 60 to 80% weightage given solely to CAT score. Okay, weight of CAT score is given 60 to 80% for the first shortlisting to the VAT PI interview round. So you'll be getting the interviews from these 3 IIMs if you have a good CAT score. Now 50 to 59% only IIM Calcutta. IIM Calcutta is giving a weightage of around 50 to 60%, and for other 40% is given to your past academics as well. So it is a little difficult for you to get into IIM Calcutta, the interview call from IIM Calcutta, if you do not have a good academic background, because 60% is given to the CAT score weightage and 40% to the other criteria, your academic profile, your work ex, your 10th 12th marks and everything like that, and gender diversity too. So now the last bracket, 20 to 40% weightage. Now these 4 IIMs are the only IIMs in which you could face a difficulty if you do not have a good academic background. So yes, you could lose out on these 4 IIMs because they look for high academic scores, 10th 12th work ex. So IIM Bangalore, IIM Indore, IIM Vizag, IIM Nagpur. These look for around 60% weightages was also given to other parameters for the initial shortlisting at the interview stage. What do we derive from this data? Okay, so as can be observed from the table, 14 of the 19 IIMs awarded at least 60% weightage to CAT score. Okay, 14 of the 19 IIMs. I'll show it to you again. So these 11 IIMs and 3 IIMs. So you can see 14 of the IIMs, as I have told you here. 14 of the 19 IIMs awarded at least 60% weightage to CAT score while shortlisting candidates for the VAT GDPI rounds. So yes, you have a very good chance of getting a call if you have a good CAT score despite your poor academic profile. So here again, the point to be noted is that for shortlisting, 11 IIMs are considering only the CAT performance of a candidate. Only the CAT performance, guys. 11 IIMs. This goes on to show that performing well in CAT would go a long way in securing a VAT PI call from this premier B schools. From these 11 B schools, you're going to get a sure shot call. So let's see. As I've showed you in the earlier slide, these 11 IIMs are giving 100% weightage to CAT score at the earlier stage. So nothing else is considered. So you have a good chance at these 11 IIMs, for the initial shortlisting. Okay, now the second parameter weightage is academic background, work ex in final selection. Okay, so now how much will these parameters matter in the final selection of yours? So let's see. This is the data I have. Okay, now the naysayers will say if you're not a 90 percentile throughout your academic career and do not have minimum work ex of 3 years, you do not stand a chance to get any of the IIMs. This is absolutely false. Okay, so because now I'm going to tell you what percentage weightage is given to your past record, your work ex and everything. Now let's see the data. So now weightage less than 10%. So 6 IIMs have less than 10% weightage to these parameters. Okay, academic background, work ex. 11 to 20%, only 11 to 20% criteria is given by 8 IIMs, including Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Indore, Ranchi, Rohtak, Trichy, Udaipur, Sambalpur. So only 11 to 20% criteria is given to your past profile. Now IIM Raipur looks for 21 to 30%, which is a significant. So you could miss out on IIM Raipur if you do not have a great past background or work ex. And for these 5 IIMs, IIM Bangalore, Sirmaur, Vizag, Nagpur, Jammu, more than 30% weightage is given to your past background. So you could lose at these 5 IIMs if you do not have a great academic background or work ex. Okay, because in the final selection they'll be looking for more than 30% weightage to these criteria: academic background, work ex. So still, if you can see 6 plus 8, around 6 plus 8 is how much? 14 IIMs are giving you a call, purely based on your CAT scores, on your how you perform in the GD, PI, VAT. So no GD, VAT and PI, and because only 10 to 20% of the weightage is given to your past ACATs, so you have a very nice chance to get a convert, guys. So as I've just told you, let us look at the weightage to academic background and work ex in the preparation of final shortlist. So this is the one which I was talking about, already explained. What can we derive out of this, guys? So as can be seen, only 6 of the 20 IIMs give more than 20% weightage to these two parameters combined. So only 5 and 1, Raipur, Bangalore, Sirmaur, Vizag, Nagpur, Jammu, these IIMs are giving more than 20% weightage. Others are giving less than 20% weightage to your past background, guys. So for all the other IIMs, these parameters are far lesser important than they are made out to be. So this is, I'm busting the myth right now that only less than 20% is given by around 14 IIMs. So you stand a great chance if you have a good CAT score and you perform very well in the VAT PI. Let's go ahead. A weightage for the controllables. What I call the controllables is your performance in CAT and the VAT and PI interview. So because these are the things which are under your control and not the things which are out of your control, I call these the controllables. Okay, so it is said that there are things outside our control. There is no use of worrying about them. So there is no use of crying over these things. And there are things we can control, and let's make the most of them, guys. If you assume that, as I've already told, academic background, gender and work ex, these things are not in your control. Okay, they are gone. So only your performance in CAT and VAT PI are what we can control. So these are the controllables. So let's see what the distribution of the controllables is there in the final selection. Let's look at the data. This is the conclusion. Now let's see. 100% IIM Shillong. So in IIM Shillong, your 100% is given is taken care by the controllables. So it only matters how much you perform in the CAT, how much you score, and how much you perform in your VAT and PI process. So 100% chance you have at IIM Shillong. Now 80 to 99% weightage to controllables are given by 7 IIMs: Ahmedabad, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, Kozhikode, Amritsar, Kashipur. So I hope you are able to interpret what I say by 80 to 99% is taken care by controllables is that only 10% are the things which are out of your control. So 10% weightage is given to the things which are not in your control, like your academic background, gender and work experience. Now 5 IIMs have 70 to 80% weightage to controllables. So only 20% is out of your control at these 5 IIMs. Okay, here 52. Now these 7 IIMs look for great profile overall, your great academic background, your how much you scored in your 10th, 12th, gender diversity. So you could lose out mostly only to these colleges: Bangalore, Rohtak, Raipur, Sirmaur, Vizag, Jammu, Nagpur, because they are almost giving 30 to 40% weightage to the parameters which are not in your control. So but look at it, guys, this way. What is amply clear from above is that with a good performance in CAT and GWPI process, GDPI, we can still have a good chance of getting into one of the IIMs, notwithstanding the academic or work ex background. So also there are many non-IIM schools. Okay, you need to be aware of these: FMS, MDI, XLR, IIFT, and MMIMS, which give substantial weightage to the entrance process. And so you don't need to worry about your pass background for these non-MBA, non-IIM colleges. And almost for IIM Shillong, you don't need to worry if you do not have a great profile. These 7 IIMs, you don't need to worry if you do not have a very great profile. Mostly you can worry about these 7 colleges if you do not have a great background like work ex, your and academic profile, 10th, 12th. So I think I have brought some positivity, I guess, and to make you feel that you are under control of your selection. Okay, and yes, you can make it to the IIMs. Please focus on the things which are under your control and not on the things which are just outside of your your potential. So just focus on the things, focus on your GDPI VAT processes which are going to come. This is the second part of the journey. The first part of the journey is over, CAT is over, and let's go ahead guys and nail it. I wish you all the best, get the best calls possible. Like, share and subscribe to All Sorted, and thank you guys.